So now we are live. Namaste. Namaste everybody. Welcome.
Namaste sir. Namaste sir.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome to the chanting of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Every week we come here and we have reached from chapter 1 to chapter 16 now. Chapter 16 is Daivasura Sampath Vibhag Yoga. And today we are going to chant 10 shlokas and discuss these 10 shlokas from various perspectives from all of you. Okay, so let us start chanting of the shloka. I welcome Padmaji to chant the shlokas. Yeah, please Padmaji. Namaste.
Namaste, namaste, doctor. Namaste, and Yadyu Bandhus.
Namaste, please.
Daivasura Sampatha Vipaba Yoga, Shodaso Dhyaya. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhir Jnana Yogo Vyavastatihi Danam Tamasya Yajnasya Swadhyayastapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akroda Tyaga Shantir Abhaishunam Daya Bodhashva Alopam Mardhavam Hira Chapalam Tejaha Kshama Dhruti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim Abhijadasya Bharata Tambo Darpo Abhimanascha Krodha Parushyam Evacha Ajnanam Chapi Jadasya Partam Sampadam Asurim Daivi Sampada Vimokshaya Nibanta Mata Ma Shuchaha Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava. Dvau Bhuta Sarpo Lokesmin Deva Asura Yevacha Devo Vistarasha Prokta Asuram Partame Shunuhu Pravranti Cha Nivranti Cha Janana Vidurasuraha Na Shaucham Napi Shacharo Na Satyam Teshu Vidyate Asatyam Apradishtam Te Jagat Ahur Anishwaram Aparaspara Sampodam Kimanyata Kama Haitukam Yetam Drishtim Avashtabhya Nashtatmano Alpa Buddhayaha Pravranti Ugra Karmanaha Shayaya Jagato Hitaha Kamam Ashitya Dushpuram Damba Mana Madanvitaha Moha Grihit Vasat Grahan Pravrante Shushibritaha.
Thank you very much, Padmavati ji. We will have to refine the chantings as we go on. We will refine, and I request who is the first person to chant and explain the first shloka. Namaste. Who is the first person to chant and explain the first shloka? Anybody? Who was the one last time? What was the list? Namaste. Okay, I think nobody is there to explain. Anybody wants to take up this shloka, or I should take it up? Namaste. Anybody? Nobody? Okay, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak on the 16th chapter. The 16th chapter is Daivasura Sampath Vibhaga Yoga. There are two tendencies, two qualities, two personalities within us. One is Daiviya personality, and then another one is Asuri personality. Sampath means we have those kind of qualities, quantities in terms of our personality, characters, and all these things. Now, what are those things in detail? Bhagavan Sri Krishna has listed and tried to convince Arjuna that okay, this is what it is, and we have to discriminate between these two personality traits, that is Daiviya personality and Asuri personality, divine personality and demonic personality. So first sloka is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Sanshuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Danam Damascha Yagnascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. So here Bhagavan Sri Krishna starts with one first word, which it hits very very hard for the one who is in this Bhagavad Gita from the beginning. The beginning itself, there is fear. Correct? Arjun starts with Vishad, Arjun starts with depression, Arjun starts with fear. And that is why Bhagavan Sri Krishna wants to put up the first Daiviya Sampath, first divine quality as fearlessness. As fearlessness. Abhayam is fearlessness. Without fear. The one who is without fear. The one who is Sattva Samshuddhi. Sattva Samshuddhi means the one who is continuously trying to purify and bring out the truth. Gnana Yoga Vyavasthiti. Gnana Yoga means the one who is entering into the knowledge and being one with the knowledge, into practicality of it. And Vyavasthiti means is putting it in a correct manner. Dana means to donate. Now what are we donating here? That we have to understand. Damascha, Dama means to control our senses, our self-control. What we need is the one which Bhagavan Sri Krishna is putting next as the Daiviya Sampath. Yagna, there are various kinds of yagna. Yagna is one which we consider as fire sacrifice. But then when we do yagna through body, it has different characteristics. When we do yagna through our mind, it has different characteristics. When we do yagna through our intellect, then at that time different characteristics are there. When we do it through our body, it is dana. When we do it through our mind, it is dhamma. When we do it through our knowledge, through our intellect, that is yagna. Because at that time, this fire of knowledge will help us to bring out our true self. And for that, one very important characteristic which we have to develop, that is Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is self-study. Self-study only, we will be able to, through that only we will be able to purify our practices of fearlessness, of finding the truth, of gaining the knowledge, being one with the knowledge, reorganizing and establishing correct knowledge. Then we will be able to do dhanam, we will be able to do self-control, we will be able to do refine and light the fire of knowledge through yagna. That is Swadhyaya. Tapas, we know that whenever all these things we are doing, that tapas, that is enduring all the difficulties while we are going through all these things, that is tapas. Many people know they don't have that capacity to perform tapas. They melt away. They very easily melt away. That is the reason why even today, like we are 16th chapter, we are entering. Initially, we had lots and lots of people because Corona was going on, and now only 11 people are there. Correct. So it requires lots, and I'm not blaming, or I don't feel bad about all these things, but this is an example, real life example. Today IPL final is there. So apparently they are telling that Today, Narendra Modi ji is going to attend IPL final. Okay. And that is going to be the highest attended cricket match in India. So that is what people choose. What people choose, people don't choose tapas. People choose entertainment. That is what happens. Then Arjavam. Arjavam is simplicity. Simplicity, it is very, very, it's a very simple word. Like we tell, oh, that person is very simple, this, that, and all. But to acquire simplicity, it requires immense courage. Immense courage. You can't imagine that kind of courage we require. Okay. So as we go on with this chapter, we will summarize and all these things we will do. At that time, we will dive deep into various divine qualities. Okay. Already, each and every quality, one by one, in detail, we have discussed in the YouTube channel called Mayurvi Kaku when we were going through the difficult times of Corona, the first wave. At that time, all these, many of you were there at that time. Godamani Viji was there, Gautam was there most probably. And yeah, I think, Sudantira ji was also there. Vasundhara ji was also there. So many people were there at that time. Ravi Shankar ji was also there. So, what we have discussed in detail, we have discussed. Today, we will slightly keep it less. We will move on with all the 10 shlokas. When we will summarize at that time, we will come once again. We'll dive deep into this. For now, one quality, this abhayam, this we have to just once again I will tell that the story, the Bhagavad Gita started with the fear of Arjuna, and that is why Bhagwan has put this word first. All this fear, anxiety, and this coward behavior, okay, of Arjuna, Bhagwan saw, and he wanted him to become fearless and hold the weapons without fear. Okay. Now, what is the fear which we all have? Most of us have fear, that is abhinivesha, that is fear of death. Okay. Then we fear being ignored. We fear being like, okay, I am not famous, I am not this, I am not that. There are so many things are there. We fear suffering, physical suffering. We fear disease. We fear the loss, like financial loss, loss of relatives, loss of friends, all these things we fear. We fear people not liking us. We fear that somebody will consider us as coward. That is also there. Okay. So many, that is why people know, some people, no, I am not fearing like that. So it's all very interesting irony of all the situations. Now, when one really becomes fearless, so that person's speech will be sharp. That person's eyes will be sharp. That person will be able to stand in front of anybody. That person will not be afraid of getting dishonored or getting bullied or whatever, means whatever negative things we are afraid of, that person will not be. Most importantly, we will not be afraid of death and defeat. And that is where the things will start coming up. When you come out of fear, just think about it. Then you will be able to see the truth. The truth is there, but our fear, no, is not allowing us to see the truth. I will give you the example of current situation where truth is there, that Kashi Vishwanath, this Gnanavapi mosque, we know that it has been built on our temple. Everything is clear cut. Our Muslim brothers and sisters, they also know that this is what has happened. But it is the fear of losing the face of their own religion, which they have adopted few hundred years ago, because of the fear itself. That is why this whole Galata and going beyond the point to disrespect each other and speak bad things against each other and trying to, circumvent the situation and trying to not accept the truth. Truth is on the face. It is on the face. but the fear of facing the defeat, that they are not able to accept. That is why all these things are happening. That is why when any religion we are following, no, any religion, if we are fearful because of the religion, then that religion is not the correct religion. A religion should liberate us from the fear. A religion should not make us a sinner. A religion should not make us feel that, okay, we are bad people and that is why we have to obey and we have to respect and we have to bow down to the God. We have to become the God by purifying and by acquiring divine qualities. That is what a religion should teach. That is what a religion should provide, so that the human race becomes a better and better race and allows the coexistence of other creatures as well and achieve the supreme consciousness. Okay, with that I will pause here. Who is second shloka? Next one, second shloka. Nobody wants to do?
Are you able to hear me, doctor?
No, I am able to hear you. Who is this person?
I am Bhanumati, sir.
Yeah, please, Amma. Chalo.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः। अथ दैवासुर संपद विभाग योगो नाम षोडशोऽध्यायः। अहिंसा सत्यम अक्रोधम त्याग शान्तिरपैशुनम दया भूतेष्वलोलुप्त्वं मार्दवम हीरचापलम। अहिंसा, ये ऐसा बता रहा है किसी भी प्राणी के कष्ट ना देना, किसी को भी हानि नहीं पहुंचाना। सत्य, अप्रियता और असत्य रहित जो यथार्थ है वो वचन बोलना। यानी कि इसमें ये भी एक बताता है, सत्यम वद किंतु अप्रिय सत्यम मा वद। अक्रोध, दूसरों की प्रति किसी कारण से क्रोध आने के समय मन का नियंत्रण करना अक्रोध है। त्याग, विषयासक्ति, विषयासक्ति प्रति मानसिक संग का साथ न देना, ये त्याग होता है। शांति, अंतःकरण का उपशमन करना शांति है। विषयासक्त मन को जो अप्राप्त होता है तब अशांति अनुभव करता है, इसलिए अंतःकरण की उपशमन अनिवार्य है, तब शांति अपने आप लभ्य होता है। अंतःकरण का कंट्रोल में रखना। अपैशुन यानी अपिशुनता, किसी दूसरे के सामने अन्यों का चुगली करना, किसी का बारे में कमिंग एंड टेलिंग समथिंग, चुगली करना पिशुनता है। उस काम ना करने का है, इसको अपैशुनम कहते हैं। दया, दया भूतेषु, भूतों पर दया इत्युक्ते सर्व सृष्टि पर दया करना, दुखी प्राणी पर कृपा करना, पेड़ पौधे का रक्षा करना, सभी भूत दया के अंग में आ जाता है। अलोलुप्त, विषयों के साथ संयोग होने पर भी इंद्रियों में विकार ना होना, अविकार रहना है, इसको अविकारी कहता है। मार्दव, क्रूरता ना दिखाते हुए कोमलता से पेश आना। मार्दव, लज्जा, जो धर्म विरुद्ध है उस काम करने में लज्जा अनुभव करना है, किंतु जो धर्मी है वो उनको तो लज्जा करने का जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ता है। अचापल्यम, चापल्य रहितत्व, मन की स्थिरता, अचंचलता पालन करना है, यानी बिना प्रयोजन वाणी, हाथ, पैर आदि का व्यर्थ क्रियाओं में उसका प्रयोग नहीं करना है, ये अचापल्य ये होता है। हरि ओम तत्सत।
Namaste. Thank you very much, Bhanumati ji, for such a beautiful, short and sweet explanation. And now we will move on because we have to finish this thing also. Third
Third also
shloka.
myself only, sir.
Please continue then.
तेज क्षमा धृति शौचम अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति संपदम देवीं अभिजातस्य भारत। तेज, यो चमड़े की चमक नहीं है। तेज बोला तो चमड़े की चमक नहीं, यानी कि मेकअप करके चमक रहा, वो वाली बात नहीं है, बल्कि आध्यात्मिक तेजस है। बुद्धि की तीक्ष्णता, प्रशांत भरित आंखें, प्रशांत हुआ, कई लोगों का तो आंख देखने से प्रशांत महसूस होता है। प्रसन्न मन, प्यार भरा हृदय, मंदहास युक्त चेहरा, ये सभी तेज का कैटेगरी में आ जाता है। क्षमा, सहना इत्यर्थ। ये शरीर की पीड़नाओं की संबंध ना होते हुए जीवन का हर द्वंद्व भरा प्रसंग को भी सामना करने का शक्ति देता है, वो क्षमा है। धृति, शरीर और इंद्रियादि में उत्पन्न हुई थकावट को हटाने वाली जो अंतःकरण की वृत्ति है, उसका नाम है धृति, जिसके द्वारा उत्साहित हुई इंद्रियों और शरीर कार्य करने में न थकते। शौच माने शुद्धि। शुद्धि दो प्रकार की है। बाहर की शुद्धि स्नानादि रूप से, और भीतर की शुद्धि कपट और रागादि की अभाव होकर निर्मलता रूप से होता है। ये शुचि शौच में आता है। अद्रोह, हिंसा ना करना, यानी दूसरों का घात करने का, अइच्छा काया वाचा मनसा, किसी का बारे में गलत करने का, द्रोह करने का न चिंतन करना है। अतिमानिता, अत्यंत मान यानी कि अतिमान, अपने बारे में बहुत बड़ा सोचना, वह जिसमें हो वह अतिमानी होता है ना। अपने आप मैं भी बड़ा हूँ, मेरा ये मालूम है, मेरा पास ये है, गाड़ी है, उसका ना उसका अभाव होना है, अतिमानिता ना ही होना। अर्थात अपने में अतिशय पूज्य भावना, ये मैं बड़ी हूँ या मैं मेरा पास बहुत कुछ है, ना रहना है। मैं भाव ना होने, ये बोलने का तात्पर्य है अतिमानिता। ये सभी बताते हुए भगवान कहते हैं, हे भारत, अभय से लेकर यहाँ तक ये सब लक्षण जिस पुरुषों में होता है, वो देवताओं की विभूति का योग्य है, यानी कि ये दैव का दैवी गुण है। इस बताते हुए जिसका कल्याण भी होता है, जिसका पास ये सभी कैरेक्टर्स है या गुणों है, जिसका कल्याण निश्चित है, ऐसा भगवान ने अर्जुन को बताते हैं, अर्जुन द्वारा सबको बताते हैं। हरि ओम तत्सत।
Thank you very much, Bhanumati ji, for such a nice explanation. Here, self-importance should always be the second aspect. And if we all know that here, no, means ahimsa word which is being used, we have to always remember that Bhagwan Sri Krishna has told ahimsa paramo dharma, dharmam himsa tathaiva cha, means non-violence is ultimate dharma. But in the service of dharma, if violence happens, that is also correct. Okay, so please never misunderstand this aspect. Okay, and we have to dive deep into understanding of all these things, what is right and what is wrong. We cannot suffer just because we have taken the sankalpa of ahimsa. We cannot suffer on the from the side of wrong people or wrongdoing. We should always remember this. That is where this. हाँ
डॉक्टर सर, एक क्लैरिफिकेशन, यानी कि धर्म के विरुद्ध अगर कोई बोलते हैं तो अपन
then definitely we have to
fight. We are on the धर्म का पाथ में है, तब अपन
in the service of our dharma, we have to lift shastras
for the righteous job work.
For the right thing, we have to definitely lift. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this ahimsa paramo dharma half-baked cake which was served to us by Mahatma Gandhi ji, it has created a lot of problems.
Yes.
Okay. So next shloka now.
Sir, Ravi Shankar sir.
Oh, Nabishankar ji, namaste, please.
Namaste all Henry Bandhus.
Yeah, please.
Daivasura Sampath Vibhaga Yoga, chapter number 16, shloka number 4. Dambo darpo abhimanascha krodha parusha evacha agnanam chabijatasya partha sampadamasurim. O Partha, the qualities of those who possess a demonic or asuri nature are hypocrisy, arrogance, conceit. Conceit means excessively proud of oneself, anger, harshness, and ignorance. Sri Krishna explains 6 traits of those who possess demonic natures. They are hypocrites, meaning they make an external show of virtuous behavior for impressing others without possessing the matching internal traits. This creates an artificial Jekyll and Hyde personality, which means impure internally, but has external appearance of being pure. The behavior of Dominic-natured people is arrogant and disrespectful to others. They are proud and conceited about their bodily possessions and designations such as wealth, education, beauty, position, etc. They become angry when, due to lack of control of the mind, their lust and greed are frustrated. They are cruel and harsh and devoid of sensitivity for others' sufferings in their interactions with them. They have no understanding of the spiritual principles and hold unrighteousness to the righteousness, that is, unfair and unjust activities to the right and moral activities. Harihi Om Tassat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you very much, Ravi Shankar ji,
Welcome.
for such a short and sweet explanation. But here I would like to speak on Dambha. I love to speak on hypocrisy. All of us are hypocrites in some or the other ways. All of us, we try to conceal our negative quality and project ourselves as positive people. Okay, all of us, please don't feel bad. Okay, I am going to be very harsh on this subject because I love to I love to expose our own hypocrisies. We all are hypocrites because we have to accept this. And when we accept this hypocrisy at individual level, we will be able to explore this hypocrisy at the level of community, at the level of religion, at the level of nation, and at the level of whole human race. Okay, this hypocrisy is at all the levels, not only at individual level, it is at every level. And we try to display ourselves as a false image of ourselves to show people that okay, I am this, I am that. And we try to in this hypocrisy, we try to be greedy, we try to achieve something which we should not be chasing unnecessarily. That is what is hypocrisy. Then we try to become saintly, and we try to show that okay, I am this and I am that, and I am such a great devotee and all these things. And ultimately we are one selfish, horrible person. Okay. And many of us, we have a very evil mind against others, and we develop very negative plans against others. But we on the face, we show, oh, Dr. Mayur, I know that you are such a great personality, you are such a great speaker, you are this, you are that. And then behind the back, stabbing nicely. So that happens, and that happens. And many a times we show that we are not arrogant, but internally we are arrogant. And all these things, we show ourselves as soft and caring and all these things, but internally we are waiting for the other person to go. So many, it means empty number of examples can be given. I request all of you, if you are interested, then you can take this exercise of hypocrisy, and whatever level of hypocrisy you have observed, whether within it is yourself or in others, you can share it in the comment section. You can make this as a thread on this YouTube video. This YouTube is going on right now on the Henry channel. Make a thread, make a huge thread of this where we expose hypocrisy beneath this whole chapter of Daivasura Sampath Vibhaga Yoga. Okay. The only thing which can kill hypocrisy is our intense desire to find the truth. To find the truth, who Dr. Mayur is really. I have to find myself, who I am. This question, this self-exercise, this Swadhyaya, this Sattva Sanshuddhi means any negative, any demonic quality can be killed, can be demolished through the divine quality. If you have observed your own Asuri Sampath, just destroy it with the help of your Daiviya Sampath. Just keep fighting back. This is the this is the war within ourselves. This is the Mahabharata within ourselves. Okay. Now let us go to the fifth one. Who is there?
So fifth one is also myself, Ravi Shankar.
Please, Ravi Shankar ji.
Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya surimata ma shuchit sampadam daivi mabhijatosi pandava. Sorry. The divine qualities lead to liberation, while the demonic or asuric qualities are the cause for a continuing destiny of bondage. Grieve not, O Arjuna, as you were born with saintly virtues. Sri Krishna now declares the consequences of two qualities or natures. He says that the demonic qualities keep one fettered, that is confined or restrained to the samsara of life and death. The cultivation of saintly virtues helps one break the bondage of Maya. To travel the spiritual path successfully and pursue it till the end, a sadhak or aspirant needs to watch out for many things. Even if one of the demonic qualities such as arrogance, hypocrisy, etc. remain in the personality, it can become a cause of failure. Simultaneously, the divine virtues need to be developed, for without the saintly qualities, our spiritual progress can again become crippled. For example, without fortitude, we will give up the journey when the going becomes difficult. Without forgiveness, the mind will be tied down to hatred and not have the ability to be absorbed in God. But if we possess the saintly virtues that Sri Krishna mentions, then our ability to progress rapidly and cope with the obstacles on the path increase. Thus, developing good qualities and eliminating the bad ones as an integral part of the spiritual practice. Some may argue that if we develop devotion to God, we will naturally over time acquire the saintly virtues described by Sri Krishna. That is indeed true, but it is unlikely that we will start out on the path full of devotion from the outset itself. Free all the negative trends, any one of which can dramatically interfere with the devotional progress. Most people need to slowly develop bhakti through practice, and success in practice will come by possessing saintly qualities and eliminating asuri pravruti. Hence, as a part of our efforts in devotion, we must also keep working on ourselves to develop the divine qualities that Sri Krishna has mentioned in this chapter and shed any demonic ones. Hari Om Tasat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you, Ravi Shankar ji, for
Thank you,
such a nice explanation.
Thank
Now,
you, sir.
yeah, Partha wants to say something. Partha, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಮ್ಮ? ಹೇಳು. ದೈವಿಯ ಸಂಪತ್, ಆಸುರಿ ಸಂಪತ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಹೋಗಮ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಓಕೆ
ಓಕೆ ಪಾರ್ಥ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ರಾಮ್ ರಾಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ. ಹಾ, ವೆರಿ
ನೈಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಥ.
So here, what happens as a consequence of we following Daiviya Sampath, we trying to enhance our Daiviya Sampath, is we become more and more purified as a self. We become free from impurities. We become free from attachments. We transcend the body idea. We transcend our unnecessary desires, and we enjoy gunatitah state. Okay. And then when we are getting stuck, suppose we are getting stuck in demonic qualities, that is asuri sampath, we get more and more egoistic. We get more and more held on to moha, maya, and through that we one nimsha, and we just start falling down. Now when we are when it is happening, what we need to understand is something which is there within us is at a mild voltage. That is our intellect. And to become more and more intellectual is not that we need to read things more and more. It's not about that. Yes, we need to understand things. Yes, we need to imbibe knowledge. Thus, yes, definitely it is there. But at the same time, we need to practice the knowledge which is there with, means we need to practice. So a person who is having true intellect will embody what he reads and what he speaks. Okay, so that is what we need to bring up. That is the essence of all the spirituality. Spirituality is not knowing shlokas and their meanings in detail. Spirituality is the practice of what shlokas you have read into your life. Okay, and that is where this whole Daivi and Asuri Sampath will play into our life. Make a table and make the one side divine qualities, one side demonic qualities, and keep assessing yourself which quality you are into while you are going through the day. Okay, with that, next one, sixth one.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Who is this?
Shashikala Murthy.
Shashikala ji, namaste, please.
For the first time, I'm going to recite a shloka.
You are
please,
most welcome, Amma. You are most welcome. Yeah, please.
So please guide me if I am wrong.
No problem. No problem.
Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daivasura eva cha daivo vistarasha prokta asuram partame shrunu. Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura eva cha daivo vistarasha prokta asuram partame shrunu. According to this shloka, in this world, there are two types of beings. That is the divine and the devilish. The divine has been described in the earlier shlokas, and Bhagavan Vishnu continues to explain about the devilish characteristics. And this is a dilemma of human existence when the higher self pulls it upward towards the God, but the lower self pulls it downward. So it is for us to decide whether we have to go upwards or downwards, whether we wish to be divine or whether we wish to be devilish. Thank you, sir. Was that okay?
Namaste. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Short and sweet, very beautiful explanation. And the divine and demonic qualities are there within the same person. We have, what happens is many a number of times, because of our religious classifications and many religions against each other, what happens is we think ourselves as divine and think other religion people are demonic. It is not so. In each and every human being, there is a divine quality, there is Daiviya Sampath, and there is Asuri Sampath. The war is happening within us. The war is happening within us, that we have to understand. And when we win the war within us, then we will be able to win the war outside as well. That is very, very important. We need to understand that. And the person who is in the divine quality side, that person will be trying to view everything in the form of divine bliss. And the person who are in the demonic realm, they will be feeling, oh, everything is going downhill and everything is against him or her. And they will be, even if they will be worshipping, they will be worshipping in fear. That worship in fear, that worship for the sake of worshipping, for the sake of just trying to wash off the sins and all these things, that in any religion it is not correct. Okay, and with that understanding, I think we will move on to the seventh one, because we are crossing the time. I want to speak a lot of things, but I think we will control ourselves. In summary, we will try to go further deeper into this. 7th shloka.
Namaste, Doctor. This is Godamani.
Godamani ji, namaste, please.
Namaste, Henry Bandhus.
Namaste.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Daivasura Sampath Vibhaga Yoga. Distinction between good and evil. In this chapter, the Lord discusses separately and in detail under the name of divine properties, moral virtues and practices which are godly in character and conducive to God realization. And under the name of demonic properties, evil propensities and immoral practices which are devilish in character. This he does in order that one may adopt the former and reject the later after properly distinguishing between them. Now I am going to chant 7th shloka. Pravritim cha nivritim cha jana na vidurasuraha na shocham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Meaning, men possessing a demonic disposition know not what is right activity and what is right absistence from activity. Hence, they possess neither purity, external or internal, nor good conduct, nor even truthfulness. Summary of this shloka. Such action alone is worth performing or binding upon man as is conducive to true well-being here as well as hereafter. Man should undertake such action only, and such action as is attended with evil consequences is worth eschewing, and one should abstain from that. The first half of this verse is intended to convey that those possessing a demonic disposition never realize that they should undertake only such actions as are worth undertaking and should abstain from those which are worth eschewing. Hence, they are guided in their activities by their own whims or caprices. Shaucha signifies external as well as internal purity. Achara comprises such noble activities as form an inseparable part of such purity. And Satya consists in speaking words which are sincere, wholesome, and true. Man possessing a demonic position have none of these virtues. On the other hand, their life is marred by impurity, immorality, and mendacity. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanam. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Godamani ji, for short and sweet explanation. Now here, very short and please mute yourself. No, why you want to unmute yourself unnecessarily? All of you unmute yourself. Why you unmute? If we have to understand very important aspect of Asuri Pravritti, that it is impulsive. There is no thought process behind Asuri Pravritti. It is very basic, very raw. That kind of action it is. Okay, and we will go to the next one. We will go to the next one. Who is the next one?
नमस्कारम सभी एनजी बंधुओं को।
नमस्ते गौतम।
तो मैं शुरू करता हूँ आज का आज 16वां अध्याय का 8वां श्लोक। ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः देवसुर संपद विभाग योगः। श्री भगवानुवाच असत्यम् अप्रतिष्ठं ते जगदाहुरनीश्वरम् अपरस्परं संभूतं किमन्यत् काम हेतुकम्। श्लोक का अर्थ है, असुरी प्रकृति वाले मनुष्य कहा करते हैं कि जगत आश्रय रहित, सर्वथा असत्य और बिना ईश्वर के और अपने आप केवल स्त्री पुरुष के संयोग से उत्पन्न है, अतः केवल काम ही इसका कारण है, इसके सिवा और कुछ नहीं। तो इस हम लोग सभी जानते हैं इस युग को कहा जाता है कली युग, या इसको कला युग भी कह सकते हैं। कला को इंग्लिश में मशीनरी युग भी बोलते हैं, कला युग। तो जितना आजकल हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि यांत्रिक प्रगति इतना हुआ है कि मनुष्य ये सोचने लगा है कि ये जो पूरे ब्रह्मांड और पूरा जो पृथ्वी है वो ऐसे ही सृष्टि हुआ है यंत्र के द्वारा ही। जैसे आप फैक्ट्रियों में देखते होंगे कि एक केमिकल को दूसरे केमिकल के साथ रिएक्शन करवा के एक नए प्राणी या नए चीज का सृष्टि हो रहा है। वैसे ही जो है मनुष्य का भी सोचने का, जो विचार करने का, जो सब कुछ ये आ गया है मन में। और सभी देश भी ऐसे सोच रहे हैं कि हम जितना रजस प्रवृत्ति और की जितना अपने आप को यांत्रिक और पारमाणविक शक्ति से भरपूर कर लेंगे, उतना हम दूसरे के ऊपर प्रभुत्व कर पाएंगे। और सारे जो सृष्टि चल रहा है, जैसे हम कभी योग के बारे में किसी के साथ बात करते हैं तो हमको कोई बोलता है कि मुझे भी योगा सिखाइए, तो मैं बोलता हूँ योगा सीखना है तो सीखिए, तो पहले आपको अपने जो पंच इंद्रिया है उसमें थोड़ा कंट्रोल लाना होगा और अपने आत्मा को समझना होगा। तो वो लोग समझते हैं कि क्या है ये आत्मा, क्या है ये सेंस ऑर्गन, क्या है, मतलब पूरे जो है मानते ही नहीं है कि ये भगवान नाम का कुछ है। और इसको हम दूसरे तरह से भी समझ सकते हैं, जैसे अनैतिक व्यवहार से बचने के दो तरीके हैं। पहला है इच्छा शक्ति के प्रयोग से अधर्म से बचना, और दूसरा तरीका है परमेश्वर के भय के कारण पाप से दूर रहना। केवल इच्छा शक्ति से पाप करने से बचने की क्षमता रखने वाले लोग बहुत कम होते हैं। सजा के डर से अधिकांश लोग गलत काम करने से बचते हैं। जैसे एक उदाहरण देता हूँ छोटा सा। देखा गया है कि राजमार्गों पर जैसे ही पुलिस की गाड़ी को देखा जाता है, लोग तुरंत अनुमेय गति सीमा तक धीमा हो जाते हैं। लेकिन जब उन्हें लगता है कि पकड़े जाने की कोई खतरा नहीं, तो वे गति सीमा को पार करने में संकोच नहीं करते हैं। इस प्रकार यदि हम ईश्वर में विश्वास करते हैं तो उसके भय से हम अनैतिक व्यवहार से दूर रहेंगे। इसके बजाय यदि हम ईश्वर में विश्वास नहीं करते हैं तो भी इसके सभी कानून हम पर लागू होंगे और हम गलत व्यवहार के परिणाम भुगतेंगे। असुरी प्रकृति के लोग इस अधिकार और व्यवहार के नियमों को स्वीकार नहीं करना चाहते हैं, जो कि ईश्वर में विश्वास का एक आवश्यक परिणाम है। इसके बजाय वे इस विचार की सदस्यता करते हैं कर लेना पसंद करते हैं कि कोई ईश्वर ही नहीं है और दुनिया में नैतिक व्यवस्था का कोई आधार नहीं है। वो लोग मानते हैं कि बिग बैंग जो थ्योरी है वैसे विचारों का प्रचार करते हैं, जो यह बताता है कि दुनिया एक आकस्मिक विस्फोट द्वारा बनाई गई थी, जो सृष्टि के शून्य समय पर हुई थी, और इस प्रकार कोई भगवान नहीं है जो दुनिया को बनाए रखता है। इस तरह के सिद्धांतों ने बिना किसी जांच या परिणामों के डर के कामुक संतुष्टि में संलग्न होने की अनुमति देते हैं। कामुक संतुष्टि के विभिन्न रूपों में यौन भोग सबसे तीव्र है। ऐसा इसलिए है क्योंकि भौतिक क्षेत्र आध्यात्मिक क्षेत्र के विकृत प्रतिबिंब की तरह है। आध्यात्मिक क्षेत्र में दिव्य प्रेम, मुक्त आत्माओं की गतिविधियों और भगवान के साथ उनकी बातचीत का आधार है। भौतिक क्षेत्र में इसका विकृत प्रतिबिंब वासना भौतिक रूप से बद्ध आत्माओं की चेतना पर हावी है, विशेष रूप से रजोगुण के तहत। तो इस प्रकार असुरी मन वासनापूर्ण गतिविधियों संलग्नता को मानव जीवन के उद्देश्य के रूप में देखता है। सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणमस्तु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Gautam, for such a detailed explanation. And I don't think we need anything more on this. When we summarize, we will come into this. And as we see all these characteristics in people, we understand that, okay, these are the people. And there are, see, this sexual gratification kind of thing. There are many instances which are there in many religions, including all the religions. There are some kind of on the other side of the world, people are trying to provide some sexual gratification. That kind of things are also available in all the religions. It's not like only one religion or two religions. All the religions, there are some different kinds of misconceptions are there, and we need to come out of all these things. Next one, 9th.
Namaste, Doctor.
Namaste, Padmaji, please.
एतां दृष्टिम् अवष्टभ्य नष्टात्मानो अल्पबुद्धयः प्रभन्त्युग्रकर्माणः क्षयाय जगतो हिताः. In this shloka, Sri Krishna says that the demoniacs who are lost to themselves and who have no intelligence engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. The demoniacs are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. Krishna states here that they are less intelligent. The materialists who have no concept of God think they are advancing, but they are unintelligent and devoid of sense. They have no idea how to behave towards one another. Such people are considered the enemies of the world because they will invent or create something which will bring destruction to all. The demoniac-minded reject the eternity of the soul and the possibility of karmic reactions so that they may engage in self-serving and even do cruel deeds without any guilty. The ultimate result is that they become more and more violent and more cruel. Such people are considered the enemies of the world. Sarvam Krishnarpanam.
Thank you very much, Padmaji, for such a nice, short and sweet explanation. We should understand that this demonic quality, it creates some kind of ruined kind of personalities, and their intellectual capacity is also very less. All these kind of personalities you can see on news channels nowadays. In Bollywood and in various acting industry, you can see these kind of personalities very easily, and they are very sinistral. They are very dangerous for the world. They create actions which are not good, which are going to destroy the world. Okay, and they perform very bad acts. At the same time, they show off as if they are all divine persons. So that hypocrisy level is very high in these kind of people, and we should always try to stay away from these kind of people and try to not give importance, try to sideline these kind of people and personalities. Even though if they are famous, does not matter. We have to bring them down into dust. Next one, 10th shloka.
Myself, Doctor.
Please continue, ma.
Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambamana madanvitaha mohat grihit vasat grahan pravrante shuchivrataha. In this shloka, Sri Krishna said that demoniacs are filled with insatiable desires, with pretentious pride and arrogance, holding untrue views in delusion. They work with impure resolve. The major aspect of the materialistic world view is greed. Sri Krishna refers to this greed using the phrase dushpuram kamam, means selfish desires that can never be satisfied or fulfilled. These people do not believe in selfless action. This greed propels them to dhamba. They do not see any harm in putting on show in order to gain favors. As they accumulate more wealth and power, they show their superiority complex, resulting in mana, or excessive pride. When their pride reaches greater and greater heights, they become drunk with ill-gotten accomplishments and possessions. This is mada, intoxication. One begins to develop views that are not based on truth, termed in the shloka as moha asat. It is no surprise that the activities of such people are impure, lawless, without any consideration. Defrauding others or destroying others' property are legal from their view. Such demoniac people are always attracted by wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. These people are cursed to the human society. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Padmavati ji. In short, we all have to come out of our impure qualities, our negative qualities, and we have to keep on purify ourselves from from the negative qualities to the positive qualities. We always will find within ourselves. I told you, no, there is no need to change others. First, we have to change ourselves. First, we have to come out of our own ignorance, our own moha, our own ego, our own, me kind of thing. Then we will be able to influence others. That is that we have to always and always we have to remember, and we have to walk the talk. We have to walk the talk. So with that, we will pause here, and we will next week we will meet with the next 10 shlokas. And thank you very much for all of you for being persistent, for being on the path of improving and purifying the intellect. With that, we will chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukhabhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.
Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. This YouTube video is available, recording is available on Yendri channel. And there is another channel called as Mayurvi Kako, on which most of the yoga videos are there. You are all most welcome. You are all most welcome to join Brahma Muhurat Yoga also if you are interested. We have we have decided that we are going to reach up to 1 crore people, and for that I need your support. And we have decided that we will take only once, we are going to take 1501 rupees for lifetime Brahma Muhurat Yoga. If you are interested, you can ask and you can join the Brahma Muhurat Yoga 4:30 to 5:30 every day in the morning. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice day.
Dhanyavada, Dr. Shubharatri.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Shubharatri.
Namaste. Shubharatri.
Shubharatri. Shubharatri.
Doctor.
Shubharatri. Shubharatri.
Thank you, Mayur ji. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Rajam ji. Thank you. Namaste.